I think the most unfortunate thing I found in the papers that the applicant submitted, that you can address online, there is a long document with a lot of the photographs in, is the letter from a Mr. Steve Savage at the Transport Department at Dorset Council. That was included in Mr. Brenchley's papers. And Mr. Savage basically sees no objections on highways grounds. He actually says that even the pinch point he refers to as a useful traffic calming measure. That does cause me real concern, and I have contacted one of our Dorset councillors if he could check whether in fact Mr. Savage made a site visit before making that sort of comment, because a comment was made about the remoteness that we are in danger of facing at Dorset if people don't come with local knowledge. Now, Chairman, as far as the actual application is concerned, it seems for me as a councillor, without an interest in that particular location, that the following would be things that I would like to see the Parish Council include in a submission. First of all, industrial use, and Andy Skeets made the point, and I think it's very valid. Industrial use, I think we should say, is out of keeping with the local residential neighbourhood. The East Dorset District Council core strategy, which is the one that still operates, has identified land for industrial use to meet local needs. This area was neither required nor included, and I think we should make that point. The second point, I think, is inappropriate and inadequate highways access through roads constructed for a small residential estate. I'll use the estate in the widest of terms, including single line traffic through pinch points. I think unacceptable impact on the avenue into which the Blackfield Lane traffic would turn, with pressure via school traffic and poor visibility at its junction with Station Road. And a side comment, plans to splay this junction were abandoned some 20 years ago on the north side as unworkable. The south side did have some work done to it, but the north side was unchanged. I think it's to do with things like power poles and cables and walls and graves and all sorts of things. And finally, tucked within the applicant's material, and it was referred to certainly I think by at least Mr. Brenchley and I think somebody else, they have submitted a preliminary ecological appraisal report. And it does actually say, and I'd say the preliminary ecological appraisal report attached to the application refers to the habitats on site and adjacent land as having high ecological value. That's on site as well as the adjacent land. Quote, likely to support a range of protected species, including reptiles, amphibians, birds, bats and invertebrates. Now they themselves have submitted that, and I'm sure they will be producing a more detailed report and looking at measures to deal with that, but I believe that's a very important point. And of course one of the reasons Natural England has sought to ban ordinary residential housing within 400 metres of heathland and certain SSIs is because of the impact on species. This report says they think they're actually on site as well. So, Chairman, I would propose that, and I'm sure other councillors would have other points, we refer to the industrial use, the inappropriate inadequate highway access, the unacceptable impact on the avenue and its junction with Station Road, and the ecological impact. Thank you, Chairman. I have got to note